Hi, second graders. Today is day 4 of our weather research project. Today you're going to focus on the features of your extreme weather. So to find the features, you want to use your senses. And if you look at the first question, it says, what does it look like? Think about what you would see if you saw this type of extreme weather. Also think about, what does it sound like and what does it feel like? I'm going to go into my book and my books on Epic and my graphic organizer. We're going to work up here at the features. And I'm going to click on my droughts. And since I've already read some of the books, I might just preview them again to find information. And I'm also going to read a new book. So this was the first one we read. The other day we read this one. I'm going to take a look at this one since we haven't read it yet. And again, you can choose to read it or just listen to the story. So we're going to be thinking about the features, using our 5 senses to think about what it would look like, what it would sound like, what it might feel like. Droughts. Droughts are times with little or no rain. They are caused by jet streams. Jet streams are strong winds. They move high in the sky. Jet streams bring water from sea to land as rain. Sometimes they come at unusual times, or they go a different way. Then rain does not come. A drought happens. Technology. Scientists measure water levels. They get data from satellites too. They use the data to make a special map. The map shows where droughts are. Engineering. People build dams across streams or rivers. The dams hold back water. The water can be used during a drought. People also pump water from aquifers. People send the water to dry places. Art. The United States had a bad drought in the 1930s. Crops died. People became very poor. Dorothy Lang took photos of people. Her photos told their stories. Math. In temperate places, a drought is 15 days in a row with less than 1/100th inches of rain. Deserts often go weeks with no rain. They must be dry for more than 15 days to have a drought. I keep seeing that word dry, so I'm going to add that to our features. Some droughts are just a few weeks long, but some can last for years or even decades. The drought in the 1930s affected about 65% of the United States. This drought was especially bad in the Great Plains. It affected parts of Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, Colorado, and New Mexico. This area got so dry that dust blew everywhere. It was known as the Dust Bowl. I'm going to exit out of that book. Didn't really give me the information I was looking for. So what I'm going to do is go back through the books that I had already read and just quickly preview those books, looking for features. What does it look like? What does it sound like? Little to no rain. So we wrote that up here, dry. It looks like, you know what, I'm going to put in parentheses, little to no rain. Again, lakes dry up. Oh, the ground cracks open. Ground cracks open. Well, if I was at a place where they had a drought, that's something that I would see. Back to the story. They can cause floods, fires, famine happens when people can't grow enough food, people starve to death. Droughts can cause floods. When a dry area finally gets rain, the ground is hard. The rain does not soak in. So I'm going to write hard ground, floods. Wildfires happen during droughts. Fires. If it's windy, the fire spreads. Let's see. Where and when. Droughts are hard to predict. But places with a warm climate, high winds, and low rainfall. I'm going to write high winds. Again, you're thinking about the features, using your 5 senses. What would you see during a drought? What it might feel like, what it might look like. I see this information here again about the Dust Bowl. So I would say in some spots it would be dusty. The dirt would be dry. There would be a lot of it would be blowing it around. Okay, I think I have enough information for features. If you are doing thunderstorms, you might want to say information like loud for lightning and thunder. Might be windy. So when you're looking for the features of your extreme weather, use your five senses. What would it look like? What would it sound like? What would it feel like? Use your five senses as if you were there to fill out your graphic organizer. So now it's time to go into your epic, look for your collection on your extreme weather, read a new book, look through the books you've already read, see what features you can find. Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions. Your parents or you can send me an email or send an email to Mrs. Decker or Miss Alkind.